Generals, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Company of Heroes 2. Blake and I just spent like the last 30 seconds just being like, ugh, how good is this map?
This map
it's
is
all
great.
open, yay!
The changes have been pretty fantastic on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
1 to open.
Same with Road to Kharkov. No, sorry, this is Road to Kharkov. I of course mean Flamanville Approach. They've really opened it up, and I really like this. Because the more open it is, it's more aggressive, you have more room to maneuver, to flank. Also, it makes tank destroyers a bit more accessible. Previously, it was like really hard to use tank destroyers on a lot of maps. On a lot of maps where it's just too sort of clustered. Either way, though, it will be our two players here. Wheatzend as our Soviet here at the north. And
what doth life as our OKW here on the right hand side. I always said as our Vols KW just because you know what else I'm going to be building nowadays, but the OKW on the right hand side here.
Of course, this is the new patch, so a lot of changes for OKW, which are pretty cool, but probably not very balanced.
Those are changed. No, they didn't. The spawn point changed a while ago, didn't it? It's like different in team games. No, yeah, I was thinking like where the spawns were, but I was thinking about the team game spawns. So like the second one's actually down from where the first one is.
Spawn here.
No, they haven't changed it. No.
Anyway,
those base spawns, so they haven't changed it.
Yeah, just a quick little recap. Very summarizing it. OKW have lost their resource penalty, so they get 100% munitions, 100% fuel. So then they're on par with the other factions. To downside this, they lost some of the strength of their Vet 4 and 5, but it's still pretty strong. They also got increased teching costs and some of their units are moved around. In my opinion, I don't think they've really nerfed them enough. Like, for example, they still have free medics, free flat cannons, free forward base. They still have scavenge, free nades, free shreks. Like, I think to compensate for now having full income, they need to have ways to gate that income, such as having to pay munitions to get your medics from your battle group headquarters, having to unlock your nades for fuel, for example, just to make them kind of on par with the other factions, because now they just have too many things and not really any downsides. Volks are buffed as well, but against the engineer squad and the conscripts, not a chance to win this one.
The old 10 conscrat, I definitely love it. Oh, those 2 model drops though will force the Volks off eventually, but they get a bit of manpower for their trouble.
You also have to build the truck as well. So you just build the truck, and then you have to place it down.
And then you have to place it down as well. Yeah. Which I guess is like kind of similar to like Wehrmacht's tier unlocking, and then you can take them and actually build the building. So yeah, no, it's cool. Cool changes. We'll have to see how they end up panning out as we see more and more games and the players get more used to the new changes.
Certainly good changes though, because it really means that OKW has a lot more options. You're quite flexible with your builds. And also, just like the fuel penalty was just stupid. Like, it meant that like if you would lose a tank, you just like couldn't rebuild it. Like, losing a Panther was like pretty much GG because it just costs way too much to rebuild it. So they're just a lot more, more interactive, I guess is one way of putting it. Stone Pioneers going for a nice flank here. They're behind the sandbag, getting some negative cover damage against these conscripts.
Pretty good stuff. Looking for that cutoff, which has of course been moved back ever so slightly.
The Battle of Sandbags.
Yeah, sandbag war. It's everyone's favourite thing to do at the moment, it seems like. Build the sandbags right on the edge of the actual point.
Yeah. So one thing to bear in mind about the lack of munitions penalty is you're going to see a lot more shoe mines. Shoe mines have always been good, but it's just hard to place them when you needed to get those Shreks.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, and now like you can afford them so easily. So shoe mines are going to be great. Will incentivize getting a minesweeper. Wheatzend actually has gone for a flamer instead. Can't quite clear the mines with a flamer. In Co 1 you could clear them with flamers. In Co 2 I think statistically it's possible, but realistically it'll take like a million years. Has to be careful he doesn't walk through this. He's clumped up. He's very clumped.
Saw the mine being built.
Did he cancel it?
Wait a minute.
Hang on.
Can't
did he actually clear it with a flamer?
It didn't blow up. I didn't see it blow up. It looked like it finished. It looked like the Storms
and where did his munitions go? There's no Shrek upgrades on the way.
Confused I am, machine. Confused I am. We'll get back to the game. It'll be cool to see how our...
It'd be really
Soviet
embarrassing though, because I just said you couldn't clear them, and if
Yeah.
you did, that looks like an idiot.
Yeah,
I hate doing
we'd
that.
hate that to happen.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we, Machine?
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, so it'll be interesting to see how the conscript use actually changes with the Volse buff, because obviously it's going to be super hard to deal with Volse one-on-one at any range.
Yeah, you kind of want to just outnumber them,
Yeah.
which you still can do. I mean, Soviets can just spam conscripts and outnumber the Volks, and they can outmaneuver them with more accessible heal earlier with the Molotovs. You got merge and stuff, so you still can, but they're going to be outscaling you. They're going to be getting their grenades for free unlocked, where you have to pay for the Molotov unlock here for the conscripts. Also, then they can get Shreks later on, which actually then kind of will detract from the anti-infantry damage. It gives them more utility in the late game. The engineer really should clear the garrison out. I can,
Nice.
of course, merge that flamer. That's one advantage that the Soviets will certainly have, is that flamer really makes an impact in the early game.
Merge is pretty brutal. It will be...
Oh, he swept that mine. He just walked
swept
past
that mine, yeah. Well, at least he knows that it's here then.
it. So it reveals his
Marine to
Molotovs.
it. He does, but gets a really nice shot off as well. Retreat comes through, only one model drop, but does win that engagement,
Oh,
which means a
Jaegers.
bit more control over this side. Jaegers get popped down. Garrison's been moved as well in front of the fuel point as opposed to behind it. You look at the top
Oh,
there.
wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
Ooh,
Different.
how-
Makes it a lot easier to defend.
Yeah, it's true. More shoe mines, I think. Yeah, down here hit a shoe mine.
IEG's on the field as well now. The conscripts have got to be careful. Point comes up. Never right-click on points, ladies and gentlemen. The general gentlemen do not recommend you do that.
Okay, but like you have to decide right now. Is it a league or is it an ISG? You can't call it an IEG.
Well, can't I?
No.
I don't...
Maybe
See, I was always confused by the LEIG.
The league?
The league.
or the infantry support on ISG.
Um,
I know you don't want to pick favorites. You know.
I don't. I mean, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm gonna roll with ISG.
Okay. Are you promised this time you'll get it right?
Okay, I'll roll with it. I'm gonna stick with ISG.
Okay.
Feel free to
ISG.
make fun of me, just as those G43 Jaeger lights are making fun of the conscripts.
Segue out of 10, ladies and gentlemen.
Get outplayed. You never run up to Jaegers like that. Not a good idea.
Well, but the Jaegers are long range infantry. Like they're
Yeah.
not really close
They're
range.
also behind cover, so
Yeah, that's true.
They'll do the damage.
It's hard to get the 1v1, but I mean, getting up close is kind of what you want to do, especially with Molotovs. But because long range, you're just gonna get completely
Oh yeah,
wrecked.
you don't want to engagement long range, but you don't want to run up to them either. Grab a couple of squads, send them up there.
Yeah, it's
Another
just
shoe
it's just
mine.
getting the outnumber them really. Just shoe mines for
There's
days.
so many more shoe mines.
But I
good
do
play.
really like here how that's the infiltration
Infiltration
grenades.
grenades.
I do quite like how we actually have seen the minesweeper come out. So Wheatzend is actually playing it smart. Won't be clearing those mines with conscripts, but rather with a minesweeper, a slightly more cost efficient means. Getting a Raketin as well, so I think anticipating a pretty early vehicle. There's actually a T-70 Bulletin, maybe that's kind of scaring him off. Tier 2 has come out now. One little thing to note is the Maxims are a bit buffed now in the sense that the infantry support guns no longer do suppression. Neither do the pack howitzers, for example, but with the ISD suppression down, it means the Maxims are going to be having a bit more freedom to get that suppression themselves. Also, the incendiary grenades are like kind of delayed because you get your base a little bit later, sort of. Because like normally, previously you would have enough fuel where if you wanted to, you could get your truck like immediately, but now you can't exactly do that. You have to actually get a little bit of fuel saved up. This garrison, I mean, at the same time, it makes it harder easy to attack as well. Just really depends on who controls the garrison.
Definitely a more strategic location. Gets out of the Molotov is nice. Should make some more interesting plays around that fuel point. I do love how Wheatzend is playing this. Really aggressive conscripts and using the conscripts and commandeers together. That's really important to make sure you have them merge. Ouch! There's a squad wipe and a half for you, Machine.
And that was a single mine. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was 4 or 5 men, but it was certainly a wipe there. Just clumping around that corner. It's really brutal when that happens, and it's kind of silly. Mines shouldn't be one-shotting squads,
Probably
but
not.
it still happens, and it's to do with the way the clumping works. So yeah, the cutoffs have kind of been changed. You still get like the north side though.
I like them a lot better. I think the placement works way better. Mine was actually cancelled there as well.
Negative cover. He could lose this squad pretty fast here. Oh man, he's retreating now. So has 3 models left. Nade comes through. Infiltration tactics.
The ISG
Yeah.
for stop this squad there
Done,
as well.
Blake.
It's nice.
I appreciate your effort, your hard work
Thank
and
you.
commitment.
I really do dedicate myself to this job. So.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, wow. He Jaeger pops and he gets the wipe with
nicely
it.
Played. That's
That
very
2
good
squad as
timing.
well, and so the T-70 is on the way. There's no Shreks though. That's the one problem with having this many shoe mines. It really has cut into his munition reserves. So now he's got really 1 Riketten. The ISG won't do too much here, so the T-70 is going to have a pretty good time.
Definitely will.
And let's see what tech he's gone. So for the record as well, you actually lose the Jagdpanzer IV from the battle group headquarters. It's now on the Panzer headquarters, I'm pretty sure. So it means that you can't just stay on tier 1, because a lot of times you would just go tier 1, call in infantry, get a Jagdpanzer IV, it's all I need. But now, like, it has the
not really that
the
option
ISG,
anymore.
it has the infrared half track, has a flak half track. So it's like, it's a pretty early game tier. I do also like the sense that now it makes the flak half track a lot more of an option, because previously going the tier 2 and losing your medics for the flak half track was just really worth it.
Rakitten's facing the wrong way here. I don't think the T-70 is going to dive in without the minesweeper nearby.
Yeah,
Wow, he's going pretty deep.
He'll take a shot here. He's in the arc still, but the trees will keep him safe.
Avoids the second one. Has the engineers there for the repair.
Oh, that's a Soviet mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Fear not. That's a
gonna be
Panzer
throwing down.
headquarters.
Nice. That's really good timing because Rakitten took a shot, knows the T-70 can't actually go aggressive at this point, and the Straight Panzer headquarters gets thrown down. On the cutoff, which is, as good a place as any to put it.
I'm just looking at the placement. It's a little bit risky in the sense that there's 2 avenues of attack here, down this road and up here. So if Wheatzend gets a couple of Zis guns, uses the T-70 recon mode to actually give vision for the Zis guns, he can snipe that down pretty fast. So you gotta always be careful when you put it out in the open, because if you wanted to cover his cutoff, you could put it behind the hedge and still have that cutoff secured. And it will also protect this point here though. So it's kind of a risk reward. It's going to cover a bit more area, but at the same time be more easy to attack. Especially when there's a squad down. It's going to be a little bit easier for Wheatzend to get control of the map and have that attack on. So T-70 is going to be going up towards this VP. So currently Wheatzend has the map control. He's got about 80 more VPs.
It's looking pretty good at the moment.
Ooh.
Nice using the Cloak Rakitten to actually scout out the conscripts there. Gets the ideal engagement for the Volks Grenadiers. It was nice actually sniping the Combat Engineer squad as well, the Flamer squad earlier. It means nice repairs for the T-70. So every time it caves a Rakitten shot, it's going to take a little bit longer for it to actually repair up.
Yeah, that's the Maxim. Rakitten is cloaking its way forward. And also having the Panzer headquarters that far forward, it gives you a defensive area for your infantry support gun.
That was just to mention, there's a really cool play up the top there, actually. He had the T-70 camping the Garrison by the fuel point, like waiting for Jaeger lights to pop in. That was so cool because he knows the rest of the army's down the bottom. So what does the life map go? Okay, I'll just decap your fuel point, and then there's a T-70 there. You would have lost the squad. Yeah. For sure. Like, you would have lost the squad in retreat. That's way too far to go with a T-70 chasing you. Having got a nice squad wipe.
Having those preemptive mines and demos can be quite nice. You put a mine like on the door of a garrison, if they pop out, they might even just lose that squad outright. So yeah, I think this is going to be the new Soviet meta is definitely mixing in a mortar. A Maxim and maybe even a mortar. Maybe 2 Maxims, I guess OKW at least, because I don't think you can really just rely on conscripts against the new improved Volks. Especially with all the nades they have now. But this game, we did see a Volks will get wiped by that mine, so I don't think this is quite the best representation of the new meta, the new matchup. Zisgun's coming out now.
And an Oba squad here from What Doth Life, entirely relying on the Rakitten. I mean, you've got to expect at least a token Shrek here, but he hasn't gone for one.
Yeah, so he's saving his way up to either a Jagdpanzer or just a regular Panzer IV. Could go for either one. Oh, there's a Shrek now popped up.
Okay, yeah, much
Blake
better.
is happy.
Very nice.
And the Shrek Don't think it'll kill it though, even if it hits. I'm pretty sure it has enough health. He was a little bit wounded though, so it's hard to say. But anyway, the T-70 does get out. The Volks didn't actually focus that one down. And the T-70, oh, hit a shoe mine! What?
Wow.
It blew up on the retreat back.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That was a deep shoe mine as well, hadn't been swept.
Yeah, that was indeed. We actually have the Soviet industry locked in, aka Soviet Windustry. Good times. Nostalgia. Actually called in the Allied supply drop. So they actually changed the way this commander works. So rather than basically gimping your manpower in exchange for fuel, it has the same ability as the Lend-Lease, where you just spend munitions in exchange for fuel. So he may want to use that to rebuild a T-70, but actually he's gone for his Tier 4, so maybe the T-34 at 76.
Could definitely go for
Oh,
that.
Ostwind. He called that one in from his scavenge commander.
Okay, there you go.
So having a T-76 would be T-34 76 would be fantastic.
Completely ideal. A nice way to deal with that Ostwind.
And with only one Shrek, T-70 is going to be T-34 76 is going to be pretty good. Yeah,
Should
building
have a
that one
pretty great
now.
time.
Also has the KV-2 a bit later on, 14 command points, a lot of fuel, which has been buffed as well. Has
Health
more
buff.
health, which is pretty cool. Its main gun's always been nice. It's just been too expensive for the commander, as well as, you know, it does die kind of easily before. Now it's a lot more health. Ostwind is going to be a great pickup here, though. This gun will fire AT grenades. Are they going to be upgraded here? We don't have them just yet.
Well, it takes 2 Ziz shots as
yeah.
well. We'll end up backing away. T-34 still a little while away. Almost being built now. If that was on the field, might have been a different story. We're looking for fuel. It has enough fuel for the unlock. We'll have to see if he decides to go for it. Would like to see another Rakeetan out on the field.
Yeah, what Doth certainly has the manpower for it.
Well, even another Vol squad. It's not too late to go for it and try and get a bit of veterancy up. We're still pretty early on this game. 16 minutes in. 63 VPs for Wheatzend.
I think he would
272.
just rather build another squad of Obers. It's like why would you build Volks when you just build Obers? Kind
Yeah.
of thing.
I mean, for the Shrek, but it's, yeah, again, I guess you can just get
I mean,
Rakeetan for that.
the LMGs aren't that expensive anymore. T-34 has hit the field before, so true, but maybe he'll lose this con squad. Needs to push it, he does. He forces the retreat. Won't lose that squad just yet.
Drops a model, though.
And so what Doth Life really is pushing through now. He's getting his points decapped.
T-34 might find the Ostwind here. Did it back away. I was repairing down the bottom.
Yeah, is there a shoe mine? He can bait this
Oh,
one.
wow. He can just
Ostwind-
follow this one in.
Yeah, he's
Go
drinking
for
the
it.
wrong direction. He's a little bit apprehensive, though. Now he's chasing it.
On the road
But
as well. The Ostwind isn't on the road.
He may have bought it too much time. Yeah, really not good control of this Ostwind. He was a bit indecisive. He went sideways, now he's going backwards. T-34 gets the killing blow.
Could have been baited onto a shoe mine there, but it was definitely worth it to have the opportunity to kill the Ostwind.
Yeah.
Sturm's just not there fast enough to get the repairs down.
Wasn't really anything in sight anyway, so Rakeetan setting up. We'll get a shot off. Nope.
No vision.
I think it was around a vision is why. At the top here, we do see 3 squads around the Jaegers. Does force the retreat. There another supply drop's coming in.
Hopefully it doesn't get shot down by the base flags. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets shot down.
Oh, no. That's rough.
Yeah, that kind of shouldn't happen.
Yep. That's not game breaking.
It's okay, it's free though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really,
Yeah.
like this thing should cost. You
Doesn't
should
that
have.
come in the same direction every time? Well,
It goes
will
over
it
the
not?
base, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, like most of the time it goes through. I think these flat cannons, they made them pretty awful against aircraft, but this Panzer headquarters is pretty strong. And like, just why do they get a free flat cannon? It makes me sad. But anyway, 2 squads of Jaegers, 1 Ober, 1 Volsk. Another Rakeetan, which he's gonna need with the Ostwind down. So I wonder what Wheatzend goes for. He really has a few options. He may want to go for an Su-85 because there's probably going to be a tank showing up soon for what Doth Life.
An Su-85 would make sense.
Yeah.
At the moment, and try and get a few more points back. Maybe throw down some caches as well. Caches are always nice. Start heading towards that KV2 afterwards, but you definitely can't. You have to wait until the KV2 really needs some more AT before then. Su-85 I can see being nice. The
Yeah.
T-34 and the Su-85 work quite well together.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe a Katusha to really have that area deny, try and get wipes on those squads. I don't think a second T-34 is going to really achieve that much. So I think his third option is maybe just saving right up for that KV2. which I would love to see. It's been a long time
It has been a long
since we've
time
seen a
since we've
KV2,
seen a KV2.
especially in a 1v1, which is probably never. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen one in a 1v1
No, I
game.
mean, team games are one thing, but yeah, 1v1's
Yeah.
not so much. Finds are a Keaton as well.
Oh, he gets past the arc. He has to retreat that one. And there's no supporting AT. Again, he only has one Volk squad, so... But I think the lack of mines really is discouraging Wheatzend for going for this dive. Certainly can't blame him. He doesn't have to all in at this stage, you know. He's ahead in VPs by quite a fair bit. Killing that Osman put him in a really good spot.
Yeah. It's a cool mine game, really. You build a lot of shoe mines early, and then you don't have to build any for the rest of the game because your opponent assumes there might be shoe mines there. The actually having the shoe mine isn't the main thing. The main thing is losing a Maxim. No. The main thing is having the threat of there might be a mine here. Like, you never know. You can't dive after my tanks. I've been building shoe mines all game. You can't do that.
Same with like demos. Is it scares your opponents from like taking garrisons?
Oh, Molly might actually come out here.
Yeah, T-34, especially if he chases this one, he can't retreat
Right,
it.
Eventually, where's the Molly?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pop the Molly.
He has 200 munitions. He just lets it walk away.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame here. We do see over squad. Oh, the Jaegers actually. Nothing fighting there though. Engineers are retreating from that one. T-34 is driving around. It's quite low. He really should repair this one. He does have the crew repair available, as well as the repair station, which are pretty cool. Only 75 munitions. They do repair those tanks. Really nice to get a couple of those around.
I would like to see at least one getting thrown down, even in a safe location. Engineers aren't known for their ridiculously fast repair,
not
repair
really.
speed, so I do like the case.
Yeah,
the case
nice.
is really nice from Wheatzend. Really wants to pump up that fuel income. It will be YP4. JP4.
JP4, yeah.
I knew I made a mistake. I was just waiting to correct it.
Well,
That's
I guess it's Jagdpanzer, so like...
Yeah, it's confusing, but it will
Jagged,
be
yeah. It's not a Jagged Panzer.
well, we're getting a Jagdpanzer 4.
Yeah.
Rolling onto the field here for What Doth Life.
Ober's flanking with their LMGs.
As you
the,
do.
the close range assault troops.
Yes.
And up close,
With
they're
the
not...
nades.
Oh, nade comes through. The infiltration tactics. He didn't use his other grenades here. The Belen Copper, which is the smoke grenade. Funnel
Pretty
grenade.
It needs some more
That's
grenades.
another nade comes through. That's a regular grenade, I think. Yeah. Squad was pretty split up, so it didn't really do too much. But yeah, you can really use those grenades now. You have the munitions for it. You don't have to hold back anymore.
Which is pretty great. Makes the infiltration tactics just even better. As if it could be much better than it already is.
Well, at least they don't cost 10 anymore.
Yeah, that's good. 15 is a good change. Gotta love that 150% increase.
It was a while
T-34. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
A KV-8 wouldn't be a bad idea either, as long as he can avoid the Jagdpanzer. But again, the problem with the KV-8 is he has to worry about the mines. And with the KV-8, you want to dive really deep and try and get those wipes. So as long as he does some aggressive sweeping. But the KV-8's always hard to deal with. It has a lot of health, a fair bit of armor. The Shreks bounce a lot, even Roketins bounce a fair bit. It's just a very strong tank and be quite hard to deal with. Even when there is a counter on the field. You can force retreats, even, you know, while taking shots from a tank destroyer, so...
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow, yeah, Roketin setting up, but he actually gets a Jagdpanzer shot as well. The Roketin is suppressed by the Maxim. T-34 takes another shot, but he's behind the forest now, so he should be fine to retreat.
Jagdpanzer's not going to go for this one. Pretty good move, but the Shrek is in the area. I don't think there's any more deep shoe mines, which is a nice thing.
Another supply drop comes down.
Will it actually make it through?
I think we missed it. I didn't hear any plane crashing, so he must have done.
I didn't hear the crash, so...
Yeah.
Safety from the looks of things. He's got the drop in, got a bit more fuel.
Looks like Wheatzend is just saving up for his KV2.
Looks that way in terms of the manpower. Nice molly dodge coming in from What Doth Life. Map control still in the favour of Wheatzend here. What Doth Life really needs a few more squads.
Will it get shot down? Yeah, it gets through.
I think he changed the angle.
I don't know if you can though.
Oh, or
like you just click where it lands.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like put it in a different location. Like pull it down in a different location.
I don't know. Pretty sure.
Or setting con squads in to draw the Panzer headquarters fire every time you want to drop something down.
KV2, yeah, it's deployed now. Let's see this bad boy in action. It's pretty damn powerful.
Fairly hype to see it actually.
You know what I would love to see? A double Jagdpanzer 4. That would be mean. I would love to see
Once you
that.
see the KV2, I mean,
Yeah.
that'd probably be the best thing to go for.
Really high rate of fire. Pretty decent penetration.
Yep.
Lot of range.
Range is nice, and plus with the changes on.
Nice dodge.
Nice dodge, bro. Loving your work. Especially with the changes at the opening up of the map.
Yeah.
The Jagdpanzer 4 can definitely be used.
And with only
a lot
one
better.
Zis gun, I think this Jagdpanzer 4 is going to be a bit of a problem here. We do have AT grenades now online. Especially if you have the overlapping Jagdpanzers, where even if he circles one of them with a T-34, the other one can cover, especially with two Raketen. There's a lot of AT here for what Doth life.
Yeah, transition pretty hard from not having having barely
Yeah.
any AT to having an absolute heap of it.
Yeah, unless he goes a regular P4.
I like how he took both of my sets of advice. It's like, you should either build another Raketen or get another Vol Squad with a Shrek. And he's
he
gone
gets both?
for both,
Yeah,
a Vol
nice.
Squad with a Shrek and a Raketen.
Yeah,
member, so.
I like that as well, actually. Yeah, he could go like a regular P4 just to try and flank and circle the KV2. But probably a Panther would be better. I mean, it's only like 40 extra fuel. It's not really that much more. Yeah, KV2, I think it's revealed itself.
Pretty sure. I'm not sure if the retreating Jaegers would have seen it, but
Yeah, like I don't think
he
there's...
just wants to shoot at something, man.
I don't think there's much opportunity here for Wheatzend to really kill these tanks. Well, when the second one shows up. But with the KV2, you can play the squad wipe game, where you just try and camp the VPs, wipe squads on the VPs, gets a nice shot there. There's
Followed up with the T-34.
yeah, they're very low here. Yeah, bouncing the frontal armor, it's pretty high on that KV2. Those Volks are very low, the MG almost wiping them. Yeah, that KV2 is a monster,
Nice,
wow.
goes down. That's insane.
Jagdpanzer's
T-34
showing
might go
up.
down here. The Raketen, it's still setting up.
Yeah.
It's only going to get one shot off here. The Jagdpanzer 4 as well.
Oh,
no.
the Jagdpanzer does he have vision though? No, T-34 does back away. This gun's there, covering the retreat. Juke's out on the trees, but he will escape for now. Raketen's still there. He could capture that one back, maybe salvage it. It's pretty low.
Salvage would be a good move. KV2, really nice arrival on the battlefield here. Exactly what Wheatzend needed. Start forcing some of these squads off. Infiltration aids coming out. The Uri dodges are real, man.
I see you. I see your Molotovs and I raise you. Man, this KV2 is really forcing these retreats.
I think the best idea is, like, does it take away from your micro dodging time in order to pop Ura? It's just like, how quick's he clicks?
Well, but I mean, you
Is
press
the real
X, you
question.
don't click Ura.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Unless you're a filthy MacBook noob.
I'm not a MacBook dude.
Yeah, well then...
I'm not suggesting that you would be, but it's just like, you do have to kind of think about two things at once, like dodge at the same time you pop
Yeah,
Ura.
like who clicks Ura? Like, come
yeah.
on.
It'd be pretty bad.
If you are clicking Ura,
Please
I
don't.
am judging you.
Feel the judgment.
I do appreciate you watching our videos, but don't click Ura. Please press X.
Press X.
Or whatever it is on the classic hotkeys. It actually... So, Wheatzend, he went for a Katusha and then cancelled it and went for a T-34. He's salvaging his Raketen. Yeah, not a bad idea, especially because he's salvaged. He gets more resources back. It'll take him a while to repair that one.
Yeah.
A Panther, yeah, he's going to have some pretty good AT.
I like the T-34, and follow it up with the Zis. I do, because, and the reason for that is, how hard is it to micro an Su-85, a KV-2, and a T-34-76? I mean, like, in addition to your squads, they're such different units. That can be really difficult, like, trying to use them, you know, all together, and having them at different ranges, and making sure they don't get in each other's way.
This Vol squad is just bouncing Shreks. I don't think we've seen a single Shrek actually penetrate this frontal armor. Even on retreat, it's hitting squads. ISUs don't hit retreating squads that well. Raketen's setting up. It is firing, but now he's in a rough spot. Jagdpanzer 4 as well on the side. He may get some rear armor shots here. He's got to angle the Zis gun. He's protecting him. Gets a bounce, though. Raketen is wiped. This KV-2 is a mean machine here, and that is the Panther on the field. Is there any mines for the Soviets? Jagdpanzer a little bit scared of that Zis gun. Taking a beating here. He's close to the T-34.
Took a really hard KV-2 shot.
Yeah, he's on the road here. Jagdpanzer doing some great damage, though. Panther is safe for now. KV-2 fires some shots. Almost wipes the Zis gun with the Sturmpyos.
This gun really needs to be refaced here. Make sure it falls off the Jagdpanzer 4, but it's not...
Oh, ISG almost wiping it here. If the Panther has a Pintle, he can probably wipe that Zis. He does have the Pintle. The Zis gun's getting backed away.
ISG moving backwards as well. Currently the VPs Still in favour of Wheatzend, 359 to 193. So he's got a bit of time to play with, which is nice. I would like to see at least another engineer squad. Is that a repair bay though?
It is actually a repair
Okay,
bay, which
right,
is great
nice.
to see.
Okay.
Also, like the crew repair helps, just gets that repair faster. It does drain your munitions income, but as Soviet industry, you don't really need it. Like there's not many ways to spend that now, apart from, excuse me, the Allied supply drop. So
Wheatzend doesn't really need another tank at this point, so
yeah, like the
He's
more
not a
tanks
discount,
he'll
but,
get,
yeah.
it's just gonna lose them to the Jagdpanzers. Oh, we see a conscript
Conscript
actually
go
get
down.
wiped here, and if what Doth Light can get another Jagdpanzer 4, is gonna have just so much AT. Another Maxim's being built, and that's the one problem though, is it is forcing what Doth Light into a very anti-tank heavy build. Doesn't really have a lot of anti-infantry, and now if he gets another Maxim, which he can probably just camp these VPs. And we do see, you know, the bleed of these VPs is being a bit of a problem for what Doth Life. I mean, maybe he'll go in Osfin just because he's scared of the VP drain.
yeah,
If-
possibly. I
if he
mean,
just-
he's on 91 pulp cap as well. That's something else to consider.
Yeah.
He went for another stum squad
Wow.
for repairs.
I think he just reinforced a lot of squads. Oh, he built another Stimpire
Yeah.
squad, yeah. So really wanting to have those fast repairs. Can't blame him, having those two tanks on the field. He needs them against the KV2 and the T-34s.
Didn't even need Euro that time. Love the work and love the Maxim as well. It's going to get the suppression down. The Command Panther is nice just because I mean, it's got
It's
a
not a
pintle.
Command Panther.
Oh, sorry, the regular Panther. I was going to say pintle. The Pintle Panther is going to be nice because it provides a little bit in terms of anti-infantry, whereas the Jagdpanzer 4 provides absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So it can be nice at least if you get, for example, you have a Zis gun that's fairly low. The Jagdpanzer 4 is going to be completely useless, but having a Pintle on the regular Panther.
Yeah,
That
and,
could be
and like
nice.
a Maxim especially. Yeah, so actually goes for an Ostwind. I can't blame him, because I think otherwise he would have just lost to VPs. Actually, this this Vetfree con
that's
squad
another
goes
one.
down.
That's the second one.
And now all of a sudden there's only 2 cons left. There's a lot of vetted squads here for what Doth Life. The Volks has got some Obers, some really good scaling infantry. So the KV2, it's had a great impact, but it hasn't got any wipes, apart from a couple of Rakitans. More shoe mines being placed down. Really smart play. A third T-34.
Wow.
Actually, I just realized one thing.
This is like old school Soviet industry.
Yeah. If he commits really deep, like, if he flanks the Panther and the Jagdpanzer, they have really bad rear armor. He can kill them, but it's gonna be a risky play to make.
3 T-34s is pretty much the ideal number, but you normally see the 85s. It's pretty rare you build 3 T-34-76s in a game and go for that T-34 dive play. 3 is the ideal number, is what you want, and you're gonna have the opening up on pop cap from the looks of things. You probably want to keep that Maxim alive. It's the balls deep play. Here we go,
Yeah,
Machine.
let's see. Gets a shot on the infantry support gun. He's kind of clumped, but there's a mine on the road. He may get multiple T-34 damage engine with
And
that
the KV2
mine.
as well.
Oh,
no,
man.
That's the worst.
Yeah, he hits it.
Oh,
damage engine.
damage
He's blocked
engine.
up his convoy. There's actually a Zis gun overlooking as well. Nice placement of the AT gun. Jagdpanzer moving up. T-34 is pretty close. It's Vet 2 as well. Where is the Panther? It's
Panther
firing
needs
at
to
some
rotate.
squads. It needs to join the fight here.
Got the damage engine on the KV2. That's the best option you're gonna have. T-34 not backing away.
He's not
It's
doing
backing away
anything.
now. He's gonna take at least one more shot though. Did it miss?
Yeah, I think I actually missed
I think
that
it
one.
missed.
He's not chasing. Very, very cautious play here from what Doth Life. He's not really committing to this. Maybe scared of the Zis gun. But I think he'd let that T-34 drive away. The KV2 as well. He's taken his time here. Has
Glad to be
revealed the
going in.
Zis gun. He's driving past it. Going pretty deep. T-34 and a Panther. Oh, faces the rear armor. That's what he wants to do.
Can't 1v1 it though, and the Jagdpanzer 4 is gonna be firing as
Yeah,
well.
out of position is a T-34.
Is this
Gets
firing?
taken out.
No,
No.
this wasn't refaced properly.
A little bit of miss micro, backs the KV2 away to the repair station. A bit of a miss micro there from Wheatzend.
The Osman's really low as well. I'm not sure how that happened, but
Oh wow, T-34
on
at
the
south.
side.
Maybe that's what he was actually watching.
Oh, Jagdpanzer 4 actually hits the
To the
Osman's
wreck,
wreck,
yeah.
ensuring that it is indeed dead.
Prevents
the
the
Osman
salvage.
does go down in exchange for a T-34, which is fine for Wheatzend. He's happy with that. He's playing Soviet industry. Not a big deal, but the Panther getting the rear on the T-34 is a big deal.
Yeah, he can chase this one down, but the KV-2's on its way. He may get a crew shocked here. Rear arm does heaps of damage. He needs to just circle the T-34. No, he backs away. May get another shot with the KV-2. He's going for the ram. Will he catch him, though?
Timeout!
Yeah! Oh, doesn't get it. Abandoned. That was a close one. KV-2 may actually wipe it, though. It needs to get out of its range. Oh, it's so close to falling.
It does actually go down.
Yeah, actually, it looked like it was out of control. Yeah, that Panther Micro.
KV-2's gonna back away.
The problem with the Panther is once again, he was indecisive. If he committed to the T-34, he would have killed it. If he backed away, he would have been fine. But just being unsure, it's left him, you know, in the worst situation. He may cap this. No, he destroys it. The Jagdpanzer's there as well. Vox will find the rear arm. No, he rotates it. The Jagdpanzer's waiting. Penetrates with the Vox
Oh,
threat.
it doesn't penetrate.
Yeah. The Zis is actually overlooking it, but the Obers are
Pretty clever,
wiping
the
this
Obers.
one. Obers are very good at wiping those AT guns. Konzi
Can
here.
you merge? Or merge? Or merge?
Well, he's just gonna lose it. He's just gonna lose it.
Or merge?
I think the two cons have scared him away. He can get the nade. Two of them will snare the engine down. Well,
So, I'm still liking the trades here. I mean, Wheatzend, he can throw away these
Yeah,
T-34s. It's not a
exactly.
big deal. Just call in some more allied supply drops. You're going to have enough fuel for another T-34. He's already got enough. He can get one more T-34, which is what he wants.
he's lost the map though. He lost a lot of
And the
squads.
Maxim.
But yeah,
That's
both his
another
Maxims are
conscript
down.
squad.
His Zis is wiped. He's lost the map control. So while it wasn't a good trade as far as tanks go, what Doth has been playing this very well as far as the unit preservation goes. Jagdpanzer 4, let's see if he chases him here. He won't get the damage into with a nade, but he fires, he misses the shot. Jagdpanzer, it bounced it.
Oh, no.
Nade
It's
won't
getting
get the
fired by
penetration.
T-34.
There's actually a Soviet Mite and a T-34 as well here. Does miss the shot. Is there any support moving in?
The Airplanes are a little bit too fast here on the road.
Yeah, that frontal armor, especially with the Veteran C2, the armored skirts, it's going to have some pretty great armor. And that KV-2 could have fallen if it didn't actually bounce that last
A
shell.
lot of squad losses.
Double
here.
Jagdpanzer 4. There's no real squad left. He doesn't need the anti-infantry of the Panther.
No.
Or a regular P4 or
Most
an
of the
Osman.
T-34. I'm not even sure about that. These more squads.
Maybe just destroy the Zis gun would be nice.
Yeah.
Or salvage it if you can, but destroying it now would be a smart move, I think. Just get it out of the way.
Bring in Cap
Because
again.
when you have two Jagdpanzers...
Oh, is that a repair station getting destroyed?
Yeah, it is. Actually, he cancelled his Jagdpanzer. He goes from the Volk squad. KV-2 is Vet 2.
Oh, Jagdpanzer 4, it's in range!
Oh, and make another
One more
shot here. It's cloaked as well. T-34 will block the shot.
Oh,
He
it
actually
lives.
penetrates it. And now there's a forest in the way. The
health
Volks
increase.
are taking some fire. T-34 as well.
That's
is
Yardy coming down.
Is in the shot of this Jagdpanzer. Yeah, he calls it on the repair station, maybe? No, the retreat path. I think he tries to scare the retreat, but he retreats into the base, and it's going to be a long repair time here. That's the crew repair. We'll destroy this repair station. Both of them gets taken out here.
So much map control coming in for What Doth Life. So what are you thinking here? Is he going for another Panther? It seems like with the amount of fuel that he's got in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, he cancelled it. Unless he goes for a tier 2 for a KT. No, not quite. Yeah.
How much of a long game are you trying to play here? So
I don't know.
that's the question. Still a lot of tanks here.
Okay, going for a Panther. Yeah.
Okay.
The Panther works well because it can soak up some more damage. It has a lot more health and armor than a Jagdpanzer. Just less rate of fire really is the only downside. A little bit less range, but still not a huge difference.
Limits the T-34 dive a lot as well.
Yeah.
Jagdpanzer 4s are one thing, but gonna dive after a
nice.
Panther is another idea.
Actually
Ooh,
captures the Zis.
Gets a capture, nice. Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Did actually lose one of the I think both of the Raketans in the end during that last engagement, so...
Oh! Detonates the mine with
Wow.
the T-34. That worst feeling. Isn't it the
Was
worst
that
feeling?
the Bennett squad, or is that the...
No, it was a
that
new
the
one.
low
It was a
squad?
new
Yeah,
one.
yeah, okay. No
Still
worries.
pretty annoying when that happens.
It's not the best feeling
Another
machine.
T-34.
T-34,
Oh, man.
the big flanks.
Yeah.
Before the Command Panther is actually being built as well.
There's
so...
no Command Panther.
Ah, damn it, I did it again. I've been trying so hard not to. I mean, there's so many
Oh,
things.
that Jaeger squad though. The Coax MG will probably get it.
Yeah,
Yep, gets it.
nicely done. There's infantry support guns, like Panthers, like just pick a thing, Machine. Pick one game and pick a thing for me to improve on, and I'll give it my best shot.
You've been doing great with the ISG.
I have.
Actually, this is going to be pretty crazy here with this many... Wow, what are the Jagdpanzer doing? It's very deep. He's got the rear armor. Can he circle it? The Garrison's in the way. Where's the Panthers? On the way here. Zisgun is captured. KV-2 will fire on the Zisgun. No, goes for the Panther. T-34 as well. Jagdpanzer's juking. He may get the wipe here. Great micro.
Oh,
Fantastic
nice
play.
micro.
Out of control is the T-34. Zisgun, he has the firing arc on the T-34. KV-2.
T-34 here.
That Panther's getting pretty low, however, but the Zisgun's doing some great damage. He's still here in the arc. Main gun destroyed. Panther backs away. Jagdpanzer's still looking very strong right now. T-34 is destroyed. And all of a sudden, the KV-2's on his own. Zisgun's wiped, though. New T-34 has been built. Hasn't joined the fight just yet. Great micro here. Blitzkrieg, he wants to go in for the KV-2. Jagdpanzer 4 as well. They're looking for this one. Fires a shot. It does bounce.
That's a bounce and a miss there, Machine. So the KV-2 survives for now. The other T-34 is going to be in, but where's the
range him.
AT?
There's a range advantage here. Panther. Well, here come the cons. Find a nade. It does get the snare. But the Jagdpanzer will be covering the rear armor of this Panther.
It's got to be the...
Yeah, he may lose the Panther, however, but does actually lose it in the process. Recaptures the Zisgun.
Should Ura the cons? We might be able to get another AT.
Yeah, it might kill it
here.
here.
Keep following the Panther. If it gets penetration on the frontal armor, it doesn't go for
it. Munitions.
He changes.
He ran out of munis.
Oh no, 19 munis, not enough for an AT grenade yet. I might actually get a wipe in the Strum Pioneer squad on retreat here. The
Zisgun's setting up.
is way too deep. He might have enough munis any second now if he gets another AT grenade.
He's cut off though. No, he's cut off. He has no income of munitions. He's getting it very slowly. This Jagdpanzer's deep.
+6, literally +6.
Yeah, here comes the blob. He's got 3 Volks and Obers. An Ober.
Yeah. The KV-2, how far? It's been fairly well repaired. Has to go after the AP Jagdpanzer 4 right now. If he doesn't go after the Jagdpanzer 4, it might be game over if there's not a nade or something. Where is it? Has it backed off further or
Oh, the Jagdpanzer. It's in an awkward spot. He's cloaked for now. I don't know if he has vision on it. Actually, he built a supply truck, so he must want to either just repair and or go for the King Tiger. I mean, having that free repair is nice.
Looks that way, Machine. Wheatzend very low on munis.
The Zisgun falls back into the hands of what Doth life. Is that crew repair as well? Nope, not crew repair.
Just the regular kind Machine. What Doth life in a very, very commanding position here. So many T-34s have gone down. The Jagdpanzer 4 micro was actually really nice.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Really good juking of that T-34. He juked him around the Garrison. Yeah, with this much of a commanding lead for what Doth life, you'd think he'd have a Command Panther by now.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Thanks, Machine. Love your work.
Maybe he is a Command Panther.
In his heart, he's a Command Panther, Machine.
Yeah.
In his heart. It's what's in your heart that counts here at... We believe that, gentlemen, headquarters, it will be the tier 2 going down, so KT indeed. At least the option's going to be available for what Doth life, and it gets a few more repairs as well. Having lost that Strumpani squad, more repairs is good.
Yeah. Repairs are good. Another T-34, like just a suggestion, Su-85s do exist, and I think they'd be better in this situation.
They are a thing. The diving hasn't been working. Really has
no, it really hasn't.
Switch up the strategy here.
And he's just getting a lot of veterancy here. This Jagdpanzer's going to have some pretty crazy veterancy. And especially with this many Shreks, Zisgun, this is going to be too much supporting AT. I don't think the T-34 is going to work too well. 72 VPs are held for Wheatzend, so he has to cap these VPs back.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're 4 Obers, they do suppress.
Are they assault infantry now, Machine?
No, but they're just a mobile support weapon.
There's the suppression.
Oh, he's reloading. That's the reload.
There we go.
See the suppression. Come on, where is it? That's a nade. Multiple nades. But having suppression won't save you from the wipe of the KV-2. Yeah, no pintle on this Panther. Can't do a lot.
Yeah, look, 70 BPs here for Wheatzend. 126 for Doth life. He's taking the BP lead. Squad lead. Has the tank lead. I don't know what's going to happen here. T-34 is going in.
Yeah, Panther's going in as well. Okay. Jagdpanzer trying to 1v1 some conscripts. Panther's just juking around in a circle.
It's not really doing that much.
And that's the Scavenger Arty.
Backing off now. Scavenger Arty coming down.
Fair bit of damage there. He's going to have to repair that Panther.
Holds on to the VP though. Nice artillery. Zones away those Maxims. No more squads going to be capping up that
Yeah,
VP.
he's going to get all the 3 VPs back. Just needs the middle. Neutralize at the moment.
60 VPs remaining for Wheatzend. I'm not sure what he can really do at this point.
Yeah, I think he's just lost too many T-34s. Like, it gets to a certain number when you just need to consider that maybe you've lost too many T-34s.
Yeah. And I did say he had a lot of T-34s to play with, but yeah, there's a limit on everything. Except for the VP,
There's also the Shrek and the Garrison as well. Evacs it for now. Yeah, Panzer needs to back away though. I think the KV2... No, that was the Panther that fired.
Yeah.
T-34, he's within the arc of the Panther. The Panzer as well, out of control. And now he got one shot on the Yak Panther. That's really it. KV2 as well, getting a fair bit of damage.
On the side,
the Shreks, Yak Panthers, Panthers, everything. Rear armor exposed as well here. Cons are moving in.
Oh, Yak Panther 4's actually duking out here. KV2 might juke away.
Yeah, the clumped up. There's the snare. More damage from the side. Shrek gets the abandon. That's the GG from Wheatzend. Yeah, the Jagdpanzer 4 micro has been a little bit too good here for what Doth life. But I think ultimately Wheatzend, he didn't really have good synergy of his T-34s. He kind of just kept losing them. You know, one of them was out of position.
Yeah.
One of them was down here. One was up here. Didn't really keep them together. Didn't really commit to these all-ins with multiple T-34s. And he probably should have gone for an SU-85. I think at some stage.
I get what you mean there, Machine.
Especially if he went double SU-85. That would have worked
Initially,
really well.
I was happy with a couple of T-34s. If you're going to just kind of snipe away with stuff with the KV2, because it provides the more consistent DPS.
Yeah.
Whereas the KV2 is just all about, you know, just the squad wipes. But because of the reload time, it doesn't really... If it, for example, like a couple of squads of bolts with Shreks run up to you.
Yeah.
Having a little bit more consistent DPS, like having the T-34s there, can be nice. It also stops, you know, the Jagdpanzer 4 from going in too deep after the KV2. Yeah. After the 5th or 6th T-34 though, yeah, it's kind of about time to see, can I micro this KV2 with an Su-85?
Yeah.
Can I keep the KV2 safe using tank destroyers?
Yeah, but shout out to Wheatzend for that ram. I do love seeing rams.
The rams are good, yeah.
And
even timed out rams.
Shout out to What Doth Life for that really clutch evade. Like, there was like barely a pixel in front of those two tanks.
Yeah,
that was very close to landing that one. But yeah, that will wrap it up for this episode of the General Gentleman, I guess, if you want to call it that. Actually captures it. Just get swag points. Captures it.
Just right at the end of the game, calls GG, captures the KV2.
Yeah. Remember that game where you almost captured King Tiger with medics?
I'm aware of that game. Yeah, that was great.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was. I don't have any squads nearby, Machine. I got medics though. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Company of Heroes 2 content.
If you do enjoy the content, please also do consider checking out our Patreon, www.patreon.com/generalsgentleman. It helps us out, helps us create more content, more fun stuff, more KV2s, maybe a few less T-34s.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, that's it, folks. See ya.
Cheers.